call this meeting to order for October 12th, 2022, Lunenburg Water Commissioners. We're gonna start by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, first item on the agenda is review and sign warrants. We are working on those. Looks like so we paid the bond for the office, is that what?
We will. It's due November 1st.
Okay.
This is November 16th, the truck,
Study.
the bid for the truck.
Put it in for the 16th?
Isn't that what we did? Yes.
What's Univar?
Chemical.
Oh, corrosion control, okay.
Yeah,
But we're kicking it out one more week.
yeah, there's a couple big ones in there.
Yeah, the bond for the US Bank,
Yeah, because we don't have it.
service,
Thanksgiving.
Unitel. That's our electric bill from Unitel?
That is,
Yeah.
Unitil is
Maintenance?
5.
Which Univar is chemical?
Yeah, I know, but the
yeah,
Unitel.
Unitil, I think that's 5 separate. That's here, Leisure,
Oh, okay, but that's.
Sunny Hill. That's, yes.
Okay.
But none of the wells. The wells are way more than $4,000.
Yeah, I think it was Chase
So all
Road.
the slips are in there if you want to see.
Yeah,
No, because
I'm sure Woody will examine them.
No, kid.
Electric bills, they're like insane.
here was almost $600.
For the month?
Okay.
For what? What do we do here during the day? Nothing, everybody's gone?
Everything's energy efficient.
Yeah.
During the day, shut everything off.
Pretty much everything is.
What's
I mean,
supplies Dennis Mahar?
That's
That-
the well.
That's,
There.
The wells, they're doing well work down behind well number 2.
That was
The
the-
well upgrade.
those were the upgrades that
Okay. Yep.
we had an anticipation of being able to increase our permit to sell water in Lancaster, correct?
It's,
Yep.
it was an article that passed two annual meetings ago.
Yeah,
To-
it's been dragging.
it's an
on
allocated
for,
money
for
that's
quite a
been-
while now.
Okay.
So, yes, that's not coming out of any of our existing budgets. An article that was appropriate for that.
So the office bond.
And that's,
That's our loan payment for this
That's
place.
okay.
It's our first one that we're making. So that is,
Once a year.
yes, so that one is 80,000. Actually, if you look in the back, you can see the very last bill is the 80,000.
Yep.
Is the payment.
The
And then,
principal.
which is kind of weird, they're having us pay like all this interest on the first payment. So I'm not really,
It's
well,
but it's
that's
all
how they
interest. All the-
typically.
Okay.
Don't they typically bill
Oh,
all
yeah.
the interest on the front end of a loan?
so it must be, so it's $80,000 is our payment. And then
This is the
the,
first one on this building.
yes.
Yes.
First on that, yes, we
On
made
that.
payments prior to.
Understood.
The construction
Yeah, yeah,
loans,
yeah,
but
yeah.
not the full bond.
Yeah, wow, they really.
Well, they're getting you up front,
Oh, yeah.
all the interest.
Yeah, they get
In
their
case you
money back
refi with
first.
somebody else.
Yeah.
But then towards the end, the payments go right up, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's half the, what's it, a 30-year loan?
Yeah.
You don't get that though for 15 years.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're moving along and the minutes are passing around. Do we have the rate increase on the agenda?
I would like to push that till next meeting. I'm
Okay.
still doing some research on it, and I'd just like to.
Well, there's a lot of new information.
Yep, we gave you a lot of paperwork. You can take it home, review it, and
Okay.
we can discuss it on the future meeting.
Now,
Okay.
when you say the next meeting, that's next
I'm
Wednesday?
sorry, not next
After the
Wednesday.
next commissioners meeting on
next
the
commissioners of-
20
I'll be prepared for you guys then.
2 weeks from
Okay,
today.
2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Esposito?
Well, I don't want to confuse the public.
No, you are correct. You are, it's all right, you are correct.
Next so we're gonna move on, we're gonna move that to the November 9th.
What?
The discussion on the rate,
We're moving it to November or in 2 weeks?
to November 9th, isn't that?
No, we have one more meeting after,
We have the 19th.
Oh, the 26th?
yeah.
I like the way you think about it, you're ready to skip it so much.
So the,
Yeah, I'm behind too.
yeah, the 26th, we have another one.
Okay, so pushing that, we're just for that agenda, because we're just gonna go to the next agenda anyway, right?
Yeah.
Discussion on the O'Brien Homes project on Howard Street.
Okay, yeah, so we got the ZBA meeting tonight. We had a request for another letter for the ZBA, so I think you guys saw the letter, it's in your files. And it pretty much just sums up what has taken place, you know, where he tried to expand the district, it was voted down.
Yep.
And as far as we know at this point, that's as far as our legislative approval goes, so. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything for us to say he can get water or not. I mean, as far as we know by legislative approval, we've done everything that we can do.
And he hasn't approached us again to try to vote on it again.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. So,
So the ZBA meeting tonight, I'm gonna go there if there's any questions. From what I hear, they're gonna read that letter.
Yeah.
And so that pretty much says everything that I would say if I went up there and spoke, but if something comes up for questions, I'll be happy to answer whatever it is that they need me to answer.
okay. Do we have any more comments or discussion on that matter?
The only additional, if you do go up there and speak, is they originally proposed that, we talked about that $4 million budget for sewer and water. I know we've talked about this a little bit, but if they asking if they want more information, I would let them know about the elevations of the tank and the pump and blah, blah, blah.
All right,
It's
yeah.
not just we just run a water line, it's a little more involved than
Yeah,
that.
that's true, yep. And a lot of things on that money is, a lot of people are using municipal rates, prevailing wage. He's not doing anything.
Exactly, I understand that he
So
can do it a lot cheaper than the us.
I mean, I don't think it's our job to determine, I mean, we can question what it would cost. But
Right.
It's not our, you know, if he's putting a number on it, that's.
Sure.
That's,
No, no,
That's
yeah.
his, yeah, whatever, I mean, he's already paying his guys, so instead of, I don't know, running the dozer on his land, they're gonna be laying water pipes, so
Right.
he's already paying the guys, so his expense could be just the cost of the pipe and the hot top, whatever he needs for, you know, regular materials, so.
Yep. Yeah, so it's tough without it designed to put a number to it
Right,
or to say what it's gonna cost. We really don't know, because you'd have to require a design, but at this point, it's not anything that we need to really delve into, because it's a non-issue right now.
I mean, if it goes, he's gonna have to meet our specs and
Right.
and whatever the cost is, the
But I
cost
mean,
is, so.
as far as we know right now, we really don't have an obligation to feed water to that.
Exactly, right.
So, as far as it goes for now, so are we good on this issue?
I believe so.
Okay. So we're moving right along, flying. We'll go to Commissioner Superintendent additions.
Okay, the only thing I got is, so we're moving ahead on the water main job on Mass Ave, the one down near Towns Harbor Road. It went to Conservation last week, and Conservation denied it. We asked for a waiver to not notify all the abutters on the whole project, which was quite a few.
Yeah.
So we asked for a waiver and it was denied, so the whole thing was,
So what's the problem?
Why do we have to go to Conservation? It's replacement.
we're still going near the wetlands, near Taunton Harbor Road, so it's, they had a word for it, RDA.
Okay, so when they
Yes.
say that they want
An
the,
RDA is easy.
Yeah,
You
when
have to
RDA's about-
notify all the abutters, and there's a lot of abutters to notify, and they won't waive that?
They didn't waive, right, so they agreed at the end, once they denied it, that we only needed to notify the abutters of the wetlands.
okay, all right,
Okay,
yeah,
that's easier.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
cause they originally wasn't notified the abutters for the whole project.
That would be a
ridiculous.
nightmare.
Yeah,
Which was.
Now, the only wetland there is across from the little car lot?
As far as I know.
What is it, like
yes.
5 abutters?
And we're actually directional drilling that section anyway, so I mean,
yeah.
Did you tell Conservation that?
they know all that, yeah.
And they still denied it?
There was just the, denied of the.
The RDA.
Notifying the abutters,
So
that's
we
the
just need
question.
to notify the abutters, we go back, and then it's just a simple IDA, so it's nothing crazy, and then
Right, hopefully.
So they're,
Do we go or does our engineer go?
Engineer goes, Anthony from Whitman Bingham went, so we're getting an extra bill because of it.
Yeah,
So
Naturally.
Anthony's gonna bill us directly instead of going through Stantec, because we don't know if Stantec's gonna inflate it or not, so. So Anthony's just gonna bill us direct, and we'll pay for
Of
it.
course they are.
and I think they're back on the next agenda for conservation.
Okay,
I think that's what Anthony was saying in the emails, because they had to post it right away. They already got the letters, because we already got a phone call from the school saying, we're just checking in on what, you know, the letter is.
Oh.
So the abutters have already gotten their letters. So I thought Anthony said that they were already put on an agenda for conservation's next meeting, but I could be mistaken.
so I don't wanna money quarterback this thing, but we're talking about 5 abutters, 1 wetland area, and we couldn't have been, the agent couldn't have said, listen, we need to notify 5 abutters, and then it's an RDA and it should go right through.
well, the agent was all for the waiving of it, and when it got to the board voted it down.
Okay.
Unanimously?
No, I don't know how. they
Nobody
vote,
seconded
Whatever the vote
right?
was.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, didn't it not
Yeah,
go through
something like
something?
that.
I can understand how maybe they still, you know, cover themselves, wanna notify abutters.
Well, what are the butters gonna do, stop the project? You're gonna notify them that
If you're,
it's being done,
if
not that they're
anything,
gonna stop
it
it.
is, the proper procedure is to notify abutters if you're doing any work within the confines of a wetland.
But this was the abutters of the project.
Yeah.
That's why they asked for the waiver, because
Right,
it was
which is,
hundreds of people.
but they, yeah, I agree with that. That's, I mean, why, there's no way you wanna notify
Yeah, that's.
people that aren't within the wetland. But, okay.
Okay, so that was it on the water main, so it's still moving ahead, so we're still shooting for maybe a spring project. The only other thing on the new truck, got everything all set for the new bid. Did as a bid add alternate for the aluminum body, so we'll see the prices for steel versus aluminum. The tough part we have, and we have to move it out one more week because the combis, where you put it on to the state, wasn't in any of our names, it was still in April's name, so we couldn't change anything, so we couldn't get it in. So I think we'll just kick it out one more week, so.
We're in the process. It's in Combi's hands now with all the new information, and they told me they would change everything. So hopefully I'll come in tomorrow and have it done.
So the original plan was November 9th, so I said, well, we'll just move to the next commission meeting, but the next commission meeting would be the day before Thanksgiving, so we don't typically have one. So she was saying we need warrant signing, so maybe we'll have
A
2 meetings in
special
a
one?
row, so we'll have the November 16th.
Maybe we'll just change it from the 23rd to the 16th.
Yeah, so we'll do the
Wednesday
16th for a
before.
quick one, just have a bid opening for the truck. And,
Yeah, if that falls time-wise, or even that Monday or Tuesday, thanks.
Yeah, we can talk when we get, well,
we gotta put it as when the.
yeah, I'll have
I
to
would
put
still
it,
put it in, I would put it in for that week before. And anytime between the 16th and the 23rd, we can decide when we wanna have a meeting.
but to actually open the bids, we have to put it on Combi's. Bids will be opened at 4 PM on November 16th.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
meeting wise, we can change, but when we put in
We tell
Combi's,
them
I
they
have
need
to have a
a-
specific.
Yeah, so all the
Specific
envelopes
date.
will be here on the table, and then
Yeah.
it's closed bidding at 4, and then we open them,
Yeah.
and then we can take them under advisement.
Okay.
So that's all I got.
Enlighten me a little more, I had a question on where Fitchburg has fluoride in their water and we don't have fluoride in our water. Why would it be bad to buy water from Fitchburg? Why is that not?
Fluoride's a controversial thing. Some people love it, some people hate it. They reduce the amount that is allowed in the water because it causes cancer at certain dosages. So it was, I think you're supposed to have a limit of 0.5 milligrams per liter as maximum, and everybody was putting in at 1 part per million, 1 milligram per liter. So it was pretty controversial thing. So a lot of people are dead against it, and I don't think you can mix unchlorinated water with fluorinated water. I don't think you can mix the two, because then you really get nothing out of it.
So if we were gonna buy water from Fitchburg, we would have to start adding fluoride to our water.
I'm not sure how that is. I don't necessarily think you would have to add the fluoride, but a lot of people don't like the fluoride.
Okay.
So you could have some pretty upset people.
So fluoride,
I'm just, if we're in a bind at some point and have to hook up to Fitchburg, I'm trying to just wrap my head around.
Yeah,
the
so
whole
yeah, I wouldn't use the fluoride as a, couldn't do it kind of thing. It would be a long-term permanent thing, probably more of a concern. But short-term emergency situation, I wouldn't be concerned with it.
so if we bought fluorinated water from Fitchburg and mix it with our water that doesn't have any, it would almost disappear.
Yeah, it would dilute, yes, it'd be less. Yeah.
If we had water, because the idea is if we're buying water from Fitchburg, we're having an issue with our water.
So on fluoride, it's free. The state pays for it. If you want to put it in, they'll pay for the whole thing,
Okay.
but it's still, a lot of people don't like that. It's
Our town
It's a
tried
tough
to get
one.
rid of it.
yeah.
We had a vote to try to get rid of it,
Okay.
and it didn't pass.
I'm just checking on that. The only other thing I have is we gotta approve the minutes of September 28th, going back.
Okay.
That cycle through.
Yep, what do you need?
Are they all signed off?
Yeah.
I just need a motion.
Oh, I thought you said I need to change them, like I missed something, sorry.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of September 28th.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have anything else before the board at this time?
I don't know if you noticed the tree crews are out in the woods.
I heard
They're,
that.
they're doing the conservation land out back.
Yep.
Yeah, I met with the Bob Pease, talked to conservation many times, and they're using our land as a little landing
Yep.
zone. So the only deal I had is as long as it's all cleaned up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's
You
one of the
notice you that every day.
So yeah, so that's what you hear going on out there. So
Yep, good. And how long are they doing that, do we know?
I'm not sure how long. They've only really been there this day number 2, I think,
Yeah.
and they've done a lot of trees already. So.
Good.
So if anybody hears complaints of noise and stuff, that is not.
Sounds good.
You mean people would call about the noise?
No,
No,
if they
no,
do.
just saying.
If there's
Okay.
any complaints, it's nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
anything else?
Nope.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
All right.
We're done. Good night.
Phew.